Very foggy morning today. Love all the sounds of the barn animals going off. This was the start of what would be a very long and actually frustrating journey back home to the States. This first leg of the trip was nearly a day's worth of driving from Chitwan back to Kathmandu. It wasn't necessarily because the distance was far, but rather because of road conditions and accidents that caused quite a few delays. The scenery was very visually stimulating for most of the way. There was plenty to see and look at. We're stopping at a place we were at a few days ago on the way over here. The Blue Moon restaurant in between Pokhara and Kathmandu. We're told there might be some traffic on the road down the way from rock slides, landslides, and we better eat up now in case we're in the car for a long time. You know, I'm coming to really appreciate the spicy pickle sauce that they put on everything here. Actually really tasty. Lots of ginger and some chili peppers. There's some lemongrass in there a little bit, and some tomatoes, and I really don't know what all else they put in here, but it's pretty good. Big landslide yesterday. Glad we weren't here to see it. Just like that, we're back in Kathmandu. This looks familiar. Yes. Quick room tour. Not quite as fancy as the last one, but hey, it's what we got for the last little bit of this trip. Got some fancy lights up there. Kind of like that. The bathroom's super clean and comfy. I like that frosted door. Yeah, this'll do. Bags packed and ready to go. That magical time of commuting home is commencing now. Let's see how long this takes.
Hello.
Bye-bye, Kathmandu. Air travel days are typically stressful, but none of my previous international trips prepared me for what was to come. Alright, see about trying to navigate getting home. Your test result apparently is not enough. You need to go get it authorized by someone to say that your test was actually done and get a stamp before they even let you in the airport. All they did was look at it and put a stamp on it. They didn't even verify it. Well, as luck would have it, I can't go to Delhi because the flight was changed to take off later than it will be possible for me to be able to catch my connecting flight to Tokyo. And since India is just a COVID hotbed, I'm going to be staying in Nepal and figuring something else out. As it turns out, figuring out which flight to take was the easiest part. Well, I got a seat at 11 o'clock tonight to go to Doha, and Nepal only will do business in cash, so I'm trying to figure out right now how I can get my credit card activated so I can take some money out and pay for it. And then once that's done, I should be good to go. This freaking thing ate my credit card. So now I have to wait for someone to come unlock it so I can get it out so I can get my money to pay for my tickets. 4 ATM machines later, we finally got the cash for it. So now we're walking to the ticket agent. This has been quite the experience. Okay, we got the reservation, but now we got to go pay the money, so time to go for a scooter ride, and the airport coordinator is taking me on his scooter. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I feel about this. Kind of excited, but I don't have a helmet to wear, so... And I've seen the traffic in Kathmandu. It's a little scary. Let's see what happens. It's happening.
Yeah.
Which one? This one?
This one, the dirty one.
There we go. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this! This is wild. think that this could all be done very quickly online, but here it took 2 different offices and a big wad of cash to make things happen quickly. I'm definitely the foreigner here. Everybody's kind of looking at me. I'm in some little corner of Nepal where probably they don't get a whole lot of tourists. The airport coordinator is inside the office paying the money to get my ticket, and then we're going to go back to the airport, and I have to hang out there. And yeah, I get to go home via Doha. We made this work. I can't believe it. And it was such a nightmare to get this going, but you know, in all of the travels I've done over the last 10 years, this is the first time that I've had even close to this kind of frustration. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty good track record for me. He finally returned, and we booked it back to the airport. This is Yashin. Yashin, what did we go through to get this ticket?
It was really a frustration for her because there was really a problem inside the ticket. She has to figure out with the money transaction is a problem for one of the most headache thing was the money transaction. That she couldn't take out the money with a credit card inside Nepal, but she did. That was a satisfying thing for her.
And we got the ATM to give me my credit card back.
Yeah.
It decided to keep it. And I think it took, what, 4 different machines before I finally found one that would give me money? Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then they issued the ticket, but the ticket didn't have the right passport number on it. So then we had to get that fixed. And this man made it so that way I could get back to the United States. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yashin, thank you so much.
You're always welcome. Anyone over there who needs help, we're always gonna be here from Gita Aviation inside the Stephen International Airport, where we are gonna give the services to any clients or any problems you got it, we're gonna solve it out.
Yes. And as a thank you, I got us some milk tea that we enjoyed right before.
It was lovely tea.
Hey, thank you so much for the help. It doesn't even hold a candle, so thank you very much. All right, time to walk back to the airport and make my flight. Got another 3-4 hours till it happens. And that's okay, because I definitely have a flight this time, and there's not going to be any issues. Well, after reading some of the reviews online about Himalaya Airways, I was afraid that I was going to have trouble, but the customer service was actually really good. They had no problems with my documents and were okay with my transfer paperwork, and my luggage was fine, and they were very nice. So yeah, so far my experience with Himalaya Airlines is pretty good. This is probably the first airport I've been to where there is absolutely no services while you wait for your plane whatsoever. There's no water. I think there's a bathroom and a whole lot of seats. Some pretty tight leg space. I think this is going to be a pretty no-frills airline. This reminds me a lot of like Fly Dubai or maybe Spirit on the way back home in the States. The seats are awfully close together, as you can see, and there's not a lot of excitement here. No entertainment options, no business class or anything. It's pretty, yeah, no frills. And for no frills, I gotta say, I got no complaints. They've been treating me well so far. Okay, they've actually given us a little snack service here. This is also more than what I was expecting from this airline. So hey, props to them for giving us some treats.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Hamad International Airport, Doha. The local time is 1:07 a.m. and the outside temperature is 13 degrees Celsius.
We made it to Doha. I like this airport so much. One of the things about India that was not going to be awesome is that I would have to exit the land side and then have to recheck in to catch my flights to Tokyo and then to Seattle. And and then have to go through security again, have to go through immigration and all that nonsense. Here in Doha, you arrive in the arrival area, you take a right, there's a transfer desk. The guy not only printed out all of my tickets without any issue whatsoever, I've got row seats all to myself from Doha to Chicago at this time. I got the entire row to myself. I also have the entire row to myself from Chicago to Seattle. So I gotta say I'm pretty happy with my experiences here in Doha, and I'm kind of glad that this happened. Oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy. I wanted to take a moment also to reflect on working with Himalayan Airlines to get me to Doha. And despite all of the very scathing reviews online, I actually had a great experience with them. Customer service was fantastic. Flight was on time, and even though it's a no-frills airline, it was comfortable enough. Not a lot of legroom. The pitch of the seat was almost non-existent, but it was comfortable, it was on time, and they did feed you some snacks and definitely took care of you, and I had no issues with it. So, you know, I say Himalaya Airlines, good job. I'd recommend them. All the customers are on board. Look at this. Getting on that plane back to the States brought such a feeling of relief that I had no trouble sleeping for most of the flight. The stress of arranging the last-minute travel, combined with all the driving the day before, had just mentally wiped me out. I even missed one of the 3 meals that they served, and watched only one movie before we landed in snowy Chicago. Oh my gosh, if there was ever a time for global entry to pay for itself, it's now. Because the line to immigrate into the United States for citizens is enormous. Probably would have taken over an hour to get through with how long the line was winding into the other room and back to where we were getting off of the plane. Thank God for global entry. It's been 5 minutes and I'm not worried about missing my flight. Just hanging out here in Chicago. I'm gonna relax in my last few moments of vacation before I head back into reality. It's been a really good trip. Another whole row to myself too. The rest of the journey home went swimmingly, no issues whatsoever. I'm super appreciative of the people that helped me be able to get home. I could not have done it without them. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next adventure. And I'm home. 50 and a half hours. Whew.